Hi, Mary from Reviewer's Diary. Do you go to your library very much? I went to mine. And besides getting the Amy Schumer book, which by the way is very funny, she's got some really funny stuff. I got some other things that interested me, including 3 diet programs. I've already nixed one of them because I've read the book already. I'm like, I don't think so. So, I'm going to start first with the craft book and the fiction book that I picked up. I have 80,000 beads. I have all the trimmings. The only ones that I don't have are the kind that I can put a bead loom bracelet into, like the ends. I'll have to get those because I have a bead loom, I have beads, I have everything. So anyway, just to get myself creatively thinking, I picked up this book about beading, and it is inspired by arts of China, Japan, India, and Tibet. That is not important to me so much as reading the techniques again for different types of materials. And it's not a big heavy book. But the part that I'm most interested in is the memory wire and straight wire, regular wire, which I have a lot of, and actually thread too. I have that too. So this is just to get me moving in the direction of doing more craft stuff, which I keep putting on my planner and I haven't been doing. So the next one is a fiction book. I don't know if I'm actually going to get to read it. It's brand new and I saw it on the new bookshelf, and it's by a new author, and it's like got a really intriguing description. I may or may not like it. It's on the New York Times bestseller list, and it is The Nix by Nathan Hill. The name does sound familiar, so maybe I've read like short stories by him. I'm going to read you the description and what drew me into thinking this might be an interesting book to read. And it says, a nix can take many forms. In Norwegian folklore, it is a spirit who sometimes appears as a white horse that steals children away. In Nathan Hill's remarkable first novel, a nix is anything you love that one day disappears, taking with it a piece of your heart. So anyway, he goes on to talk about his mother who disappeared and how she suddenly is back on the scene and needs help because she's actually been charged with a murder she didn't commit. And so yeah, this seemed like a really interesting book. It might stink, but you don't know until you open it. Now, what's left is the 3 diet books. I'll go with the first one that I have already read now, and I'll be returning. And that is the new Atkins diet book. Now, I am on a quest to lose weight, so you're going to see a little bit more about my fitness journey. That's starting soon. I'll have a video series on that. No, I'm not going to show you how much I weigh or what my body looks like. God bless the YouTubers who do that. You're going to see me talking about it from the shoulders up, and that's it. But I'll share when I have lost weight and all that kind of stuff and what I'm doing. But back to this book. This is basically a keto diet. You can have certain vegetables, but that's it. And certain vegetables you can't have. And you can't have more than 20 carbs in a day. Which on the face of it seems like it could be doable, but when I looked at the meal plans and all the things I could not have, I just thought, you know what, it's not really worth it. If I can't have a little milk in my coffee, if I can't have a little teaspoon of sugar in my tea, then I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking to have a cake every day. I just want to be able to live. And this just didn't, for me, this didn't seem like a doable option. Now, some people are remarkably successful at this. I know I would be a failure, and so this just is not a diet that would ever work for me. Next diet that might work for me, but I'm going to save the best book for last, is the South Beach diet. I have it. This is the supercharged, so I think it says faster weight loss and better health for life. I kind of thought that the South Beach diet was a doable thing. And then I saw this in the library and I thought, you know what if they supercharged? So I will look at this and I'll let you know what my thoughts are. I think this diet, I believe, is like, there is a lot of protein, but I don't think, and there's not a lot of carbs, but I think it's a total departure from Atkins. So I'll let you know how this is. I'll read it and see if it's even doable. The most doable one, I think, though, is the Mayo Clinic diet. I looked this book over and I looked at the plans inside, and I think this is one that I'm going to buy. About every 10 years I buy a diet book. 10 years ago I bought the T-Factor diet book and I lost a lot of weight on that. I can't find my copy. I know I have it somewhere, but it's T-Factor. And it worked. I lost a lot of weight and the recipes in the book were really good. Unfortunately, I can't find the book, and it's now like, I think it was written like 15 years ago. It was already like 5 years, you know. They put out a book, T-Factor 2000. I also have that somewhere. I don't know where. It's hanging out with the original T-Factor book. But now we're looking at, wow, almost 17 years. 20 years ago, I bought a book by Cornell Diet and Fitness, and it was really good. In fact, it was so good I bought a copy because it had a lot of psychology in it. Like, okay, so you don't feel fat, so you forget you're fat. And I hate to be so blunt about it, but you know, you go about your normal business, you don't feel fat, you don't feel uncomfortable. You know, you feel perfectly fine and life's going along as it is, and so having like a little extra something doesn't seem to impact you until the day that your pants don't zip up anymore, in which case that sometimes happens to everyone. I have one pair of pants that I outgrew, I guess it was 5 years ago when my thyroid went bad. I still have those pants in my closet because I'm determined to get into them. So, by the way, I already ordered thyroid books from my library, a couple of the newest publications, because I'm going to go to an endocrinologist because I don't think it's being well managed. I love my doctor, but he's a general practitioner, and I don't know if he knows enough to really regulate my thyroid. I love him. I've been going to him since, gosh, we moved down here to South Jersey when I was 35, so I've been going to him for a long time. So anyway, back to the book. The Mayo Clinic diet book doesn't seem like a horrendous book. Like, it's got neat chapters. It's I don't want to say it's written in easy form, but it is. There's their food pyramid, and activity is part of that. You know, they give you like ideas for what you can do to, like, you know, right down to healthy eating. One thing this book didn't do is it did not tell you that you could not eat out. One of these books I had picked up and read, and it said, no, you can't eat out. Well, no, I'm sorry, but that's not how my life is made. So, yeah, I'm going to eat out. So I need to know what those options are. So if any of you have had any experience with any of these books, focusing particularly on the diet books, I don't know if I can hold a couple of hardcovers at a time here. But, you know, if you've had any experience with any of these, let me know. Everyone I hear from about Atkins, they are successful, but it all depends. Like, if someone tells me, no, you can't have orange juice is not on the diet, it's like 85,000 carbs. Well, I'm sorry, orange juice is the elixir of the gods, and if I can't have orange juice, you know, it's horrible if you can't have orange juice. So it's between these two books now, and I think it's going to be Mayo, because Mayo probably has a more balanced approach to weight loss and lifestyle, which is really what we look for. Because you can go on a really restrictive diet like Atkins, and then as soon as you go off it, you gain weight. So it's probably going to be between these two. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any experience with any of these diet books or any diet book that you think I might be interested in reading and checking out of the library, please let me know. Leave a message down below, and wish me luck, because it's starting today, and half the trick is studying what you're going to do and then getting the right foods in the house. So I'm on my journey. So thanks, and have a beautiful evening. Good night.